just one of those heroes where he looks great when he's winning, and if he's not winning, he's like incredibly low damage, just really sad. Like in lane, especially if you lose your lane on Brew, it looks pathetic because he doesn't really, he can't really do anything. Like we've seen pro players pick up like meteor hammers on Brew sometimes to like try and figure out how to take towers and like have presence on the map. Yeah. Other times, I guess you can just go for your auras and stuff. He's so weird. Like it will come down to laning, but because it's Whisper, I have like a lot of faith in him to do well. I like it though. I like
it's only his third Brew pick. You made it sound like he played it a ton.
3's a lot.
For Brew, it's a lot.
For Brew?
But in general, it's not, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they have really big hero pools on EG.
Yeah.
That might have been an oversight, because if you're looking to pick CK, you would want to ban Brew if this team had picked it already. So I'm really leaning towards EG's draft again. I think they've got everything they need.
Yeah, I like EG's draft more as well this time around. I think if they make sure at the start of the fight, the CK doesn't like go in with Timber and like they start killing their supports. If they start nicely with some lasso into split, and then Pakat just gets to do his thing, turn into who he wants and stand his ground, I think EG are chill in this game.
Does it depend on Brewmaster getting a good Aghanim's timing, or because CK has to use his ultimate, then to get the Dispel magic on your Storm Panda, you don't need it constantly. You can just use your own split at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it more boils down to whether or not he gets the split off in fights. So I'd love to see his items be at least one item in the early game that makes sure he's tanky enough to not get bursted.
Yeah. And it's going to end up being a mid lane Wind Ranger, off lane Timbersaw. Is there any world that you would have wanted to see those be swapped? Or this is the orientation ideal?
Should stay that way. You don't want the Timber into the bath, so I think you keep your Timber up there, your Wind Ranger goes mid. Default lane should be quite chill for both teams.
I also believe Mikoto is a pretty ballin' Wind Ranger.
Yeah. He is. But let's see it on the field of battle. It's time for game number 2 of Talon versus Evil Geniuses with Sunsfan and Cinderin.
Brewmaster!
It's the name of a hero.
Brewmaster! I'm excited. I like Brewmaster. He's a cool hero. He has Thunderclap and Primal Split. He has 4 spirits in 1.
Did you specifically name those 2 abilities because you forgot the name of the other 2, or?
There's Drunken Brawler.
Yeah. And the one that's named after me.
The Haze. Something, no. Wait. Drunken Haze?
That's what it used to be called. Now it's called Cinder Brew.
That's right. Cinder Brew. Damn it.
I did not come up with this one, though. That would have been cool.
Why would they rename it? Drunken Haze was fine. And it still fits that skill.
Not really.
Shut up.
Okay.
So what do you think? I mean, I agree.
The best part of broadcasting is being told to not talk.
EG's lineup is pretty cool. We'll talk about it in just a moment as Q gets found out early on here.
Oh, that was awkward. They were blocking each other on the way up, and then they had to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Matthew.
They have regretted their decisions.
Yeah.
The battle
gets back
begins.
And returns. Yeah, I agree. I mean, EG's lineup definitely has some flair to it. Brewmaster is always an interesting hero to watch. I consider this one of the most feast or famine heroes in Dota in general, though. Like the panel talked about, Brew either does very well, or if he falls behind, he just often seems like a complete liability. So we'll see which version is going to be this time around for Whisper. See some blood grenades here.
Yep, quite a few of them. Matthew looks to be the one that's in most trouble right now, but he actually has the move speed to get away. Q in the meantime, just having a right-click battle with Panda. Another blood grenade comes out. It looks like Panda will be the first to fall, and it will be to Ollie. As a Chaos Bolt comes in, along with the Tarbomb, Whisper with the Thunderclap, but it's not really going to connect on the Q, which means he's likely dead anyway. Trying to get 1 kill before he inevitably goes down. Whisper, 1 right-click will do it for that one, but he will fall victim to 23's right-click.
Oh my God.
Chaos Bolt now onto Matthew. It's a 2-seconder. Who's faster? Well, it doesn't matter. Skyrim.
And the award for most awkward level 1 fight at the tournament goes to Talon versus
Yeah, that was quite something.
That was so weird. Like, neither team really had what they wanted to chase with, but eventually Talon finds a 3-for-1 exchange, so well done. Operated with the better stuns and the better lockdown, just overall catch and stickiness there to get those kills.
And the offlaner for offlaners for EG missed a couple creeps as well, so adding a little bit of insult to injury.
They're gonna be facing a level 2 CK. I mean, Whisper's also level 2, so I guess not too terrible overall. But, well, it's Ollie and 23, as a matter of fact, being level 2, and Whisper, or rather Matthew, has barely got experience yet, so full level advantage down here if you want to look at it that way. It's kind of scary. This Rubik CK lane, when they both hit level 3, have a lot of kill power. especially against Skywrath, like Brian talked about. If CK gets in range with a Rift, you pull in this guy, you just get him out of there. Because Brewmaster can't really counterplay very well. He doesn't have any stun, he doesn't have any silence. So he can only really try to slow and watch while his Skywrath gets bodied. So Matthew has to be very wary of his positioning in this lane. On the top lane, I don't really know what to make of this support Klinks. It was all the rage. When are we saying 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago at this point?
Yep, not long.
And then it really fell off in popularity, but they're bringing it back in the patch that nerfed it.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting to see here coming out from Q. Laning with Jabs is Timbersaw, so the double nerfed boys lane against Shadow Demon Morph. I guess both of those heroes, they also both get nerfed? I think they might.
Why don't you go check that out?
I'm having a look. Morph was unchanged.
Okay.
Shadow Demon was also unchanged. Look at that.
Very cool. 4 stacks of Shadow Poison on the Q right now. He will live. Take a big burst of damage here in a moment. But, I mean, I think EG's line, I agree with the panel overall. Looks really cool. You give away Timbersaw, who's arguably the best hero now in the game because he was not nerfed. I mean, barely nerfed. And you have like a Skywrath Mage, very good against him, along with the Bat Rider eventually. Like, you got the 2 combos to be able to actually bring him down. You have Shadow Demon for the Purge against, or the Dispel against the Wind Ranger. You have Morphling for illusions with the Shadow Demon as well, and then Brewmaster kills the illusions of CK, which I think if that's the only thing he does, maybe that's fine. His Pan is going to be taking a lot of damage down. Blood Grenade still applied. He will fall to Q.
Yeah, he kind of has to be a sponge here so Pakats can farm. It's tough, but somebody's going to take the damage here, and rather let it be the Shadow Demon than the Morphling.
Another Blood Grenade. We really need a sound effect, Valve, for the Blood Grenade, please.
Yeah.
Just somebody like vomiting or something.
I wonder what it's called in the Chinese client.
Red Grenade, probably.
Red Grenade.
I've just made that up. I don't know.
That's not a bad guess.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Maybe they call it, maybe Love Grenade.
It could be tar, because all the blood stuff's black.
Right. But then it's hard to tell when Klinks throws it if it's a tar grenade or the tar bomb.
That's right. That's why we need that sound effect.
One more thing to note here, obviously, you were talking about Timbersaw. I actually think Brewmaster is a really good counter to this hero as well, because Timber, a lot of the time, is very hard to deal with in terms of both killing and kiting, but Brewmaster has the longest single target disable in the whole game. So if he turns into his split form, he just keeps cycloning the Timber on it over and over again. He loses a lot of presence in teamfights. So they do have that. I think that also played a role in this pick. I don't think they only picked it against the Chaos Knight. I think that was like added benefit. Also the Dispel, not only clearing the CK illusions, but also dispelling Windrun.
Yeah, another way to
so take that off. 2 purges.
So how much damage do the Brew Panas do to CK's illusions? I guess we'll find out when...
I want to say, is it 2K?
It's a lot. Now, like, I want to know, at what point do they one-shot? Or if they even do.
All right, so this is where what you do is you mouse over Primal Split, you hold down Alt.
Not this again, dude.
And then none of this tells you how much damage.
Oh, look at that. It goes off the screen.
And it doesn't say how much damage Dispel does. Okay. But it probably does when he turns into... Okay, yeah, so when he splits, I'll be on the ball. I'll have a look, because I think it should say how much damage Dispel does.
We'll see if you're going to forget about it.
I will not. I have very good memory.
You definitely do not.
Thank you.
Most absent-minded person I've ever met.
You definitely do not have good friendshipness points.
That's fine. Never claimed to. Talon with an early 1K lead in the laning stage.
Yep, a lot of it from that level 1 engagement. Getting the 3-for-1 trait there was very good for them.
I mean, looking at the Rubik, Talon, I mean, a lot of good spells to steal this game. A lot.
Yeah, Split, Lasso, Disruption. If you want to break the game, you could steal Morph, but Valve has protected themselves against that, so you can't steal Morph. That's the ultimate test for the devs, is to let Rubik steal Morph ult.
Yeah,
that would ruin everything.
Easier to not. That's a lot of extra dev time.
I think I've asked you this question before. It's a fun trivia. What's the spell steal Rubik has that uses up the most spell slots in the game? I think I've asked you this before.
Have you?
Yeah, I think so. But it sounds like you've forgotten, so it's a good trivia question.
All right, let me think about that. As we're going to have a Chaos Ball on the Matthew. Telekinesis back into the right clicks of 23 Savage.
It's what we talked about. When Sky gets caught in this lane, he's just dead. There's just nothing to do.
Yeah. Okay, so most spells when spell stealing.
Yeah, so you know if you steal a spell and it has like 2 slots, right, in your stolen spell bar.
Yeah.
Which one do you think technically has the most spell slots when you
Oh
steal?
man, I'd have to go through the hero list. I can't think off the top of my horse. Just tell me.
It's Deafening Blast from Invoker. Because you steal all the levels of Quaswex and Exhort, and then you steal the spell.
I was thinking Invoker, but that sounded too easy. Fade Balls. There's the Focus Fires. Makota makes his way into the bot lane. Nice save from Panda.
Yep, that's the end of that.
And Whisper is going to live. Gets off the Thunderclap and walks away. So lots of value coming out of this Shadow Demon pick. We talked about the Dispel, we talked about the Illusion Making, and the Jab as well as Jabs gets killed by a neutral.
What is going on today?
Second time today.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Makota wants to go in for some more. I mean, he does have the shield rune right now, so he can definitely dive, as we're going to see. Reality Rift, another save coming out from the Shadow Demon. Yeah, Whisper still only level 5, so no Primal Split to get him out of this. Shackle's there, and he will eventually fall. But we do have Pakaz coming in as well. He gets off the way from Torn. Savage is dead, and Whisper's somehow alive. How is this possible? Ollie, another right click. He's still going to live. No. Finally will fall. How much is it going to cost him though? Makoto able to win run away, and Ollie's fine as well. But Matthew's continuing to chase. Doesn't have mana for anything though. Concussive grenade. No, he's not going to be able to get anything
That's
else.
Sniper Shard.
Concussive shot. I thought it sounded wrong. Like, wait, that doesn't sound like a guy that would have a grenade.
I mean, if he uses it together with a blood grenade, you get a pass.
Yeah,
but there's no blood grenade. So.
It's too. This is why I'm combining Impales from 3 abilities. There's too many abilities to remember at this point. And we're seeing how long Whisper lived here. I think an urn.
Yeah, so nice try there with the branch, first of all, to try to fog himself away from Makoto landing a shackle, but still got it off. But the stick charges into that little crevice. He earns himself, but then gets spotted by Rubik, who breaks it immediately. And this last attack from the creeps prevents the kill secure rather from Makoto. He was definitely going to get that with a power shot. Yeah. Still great for Talon. They keep extending their lead. These moves are paying dividends for them, and I think really crucial for them that they're slowing down the Skywrath and Brewmaster in one fell swoop. These two heroes, very, very level dependent, and they laned together and lost, so
indeed
the recovery is quite a ways away. Rubik already level 6, 9 minutes in without, I believe he did not get a Wisdom rune, if I'm not mistaken. Did he? I can't even see the Wisdom rune in the history. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he didn't. So it was Q who took it. So this is just a 5 Rubik. Just raw level 6 from just laning. Gonna steal the Thunderclap. Not the best spell, but it's something. In the start, you just gotta take what you can get. Q rocking that level 6. So he's gonna start terrorizing the map. These supports do not fare well against getting backstabbed by Clinks.
Yep, that is true.
It is not fun to play Skywrath against that. It's not fun to play Misty. So they gotta be, once again, very much on the ball. Under a lot of pressure already in this game, EG, and you'd imagine that Talon just want to keep going deep here. Timber could force the Primal Split here if he wanted. Not going to, though.
We do have a smoke from EG. Looks like they want to do something up here. Although
Dire's structures are fortified.
The Skywrath does not have Mystic Flare yet. Actually, they're smoked on the other side.
He's level 4.
He's going for an Ancient Stack.
Level 4 Sky with no Wisdom Rune. Yeah, he has to leech here.
Yeah.
I like this play call a lot from EG. You got to share this 2 ways so that Sky gets into the game, and C-Small will farm it up on its own. And that should give Matthew close to level 6. So again, EG doing a really good job stacking. In the last game, they did an outstanding job at it. I think this time, not as well, because they were under more pressure in the lane, so less freedom to do it. But still, rocking those 9 stacks 11 minutes in, not bad. I think the last game of the run this time was like 17. It was something unbelievable. But still a good number there. And yeah, they got Matthew 6 off that, so well done.
And that's when it gets scary for Timbersaw. I think that's one of the main reasons Skywrath was picked.
Lasso into Mystic Flare will make quick work of him. Shadow Demon is getting his 6 in middle in a moment. Shadow Poison stolen. That's going to be very annoying to listen to.
Structures are fortified.
Talon's going to force a response here as Whisper showing up with that Primal Split available. The Ancient Seal used, but no follow-up. And I think that's going to be one of the struggles for EG, at least early on, is they don't really have any actual actual initiation.
Their catch is meant to come from bat somewhere down the stretch, but not yet. He wants travels first.
He does have 1,700 gold, so it could actually go blink right now if he wanted.
It is a possibility, but Dagger actually feels a bit dangerous in this game, right? This feels like a game where you need BKB on bat, because if you blink lasso anyone, you can get lifted, or you can get reality rifted, and then you just die. Like, you have no... I guess you have the defensive line of the Shadow Demon, but if you're blink lassoing, you likely don't have that defense in range. Yeah. BKB is just an absolutely integral item against Rubik for the bat. That or Lincoln. I mean, Lincoln's actually doesn't really work, so yeah, BKB.
Yeah, and we can talk about some items as well for Timbersaw, Mr. Jabs. I know we've been seeing a lot of mid Timbersaw, so this is a little bit different since it's off lane, but...
Interesting choice.
Has the Kaya right now, and it's going for BKB pretty damn fast.
Yeah, this is an unusual build for sure, because what we've mainly been seeing has been the Vanguard into Octarine, and then obviously that build got nerfed, so I understand Jabs wanting to take a different path, but he's relatively frail until the BKB is completed. No Vanguard protection, no status resistance from the Sange, no health. Means that if he does get caught by this combo, he's absolutely getting blasted. Hasn't been a problem so far.
Yeah, because, I mean, catching up to him is kind of the issue at this point.
CQ, he's just gonna get away. He's so fast. I'm really impressed by EG having the top 2 net worth just then. You consider everything that's happened. Pakaz is doing very well, and so is the bat of C-Smile. Obviously, Whisper is trailing massively, and that's where the primary...
What in the world? What is going on with Dire today? All the runes are going their way.
Dire's just getting bounties today, I guess.
Huh.
Is this what Dire needs?
Despite all that, Talon's still with a
most winning side again for another 7 years in a row?
Yeah, why not? Well, they get the shitty Roche, though.
Yeah.
The third one. The refresher shard.
Yeah, I don't think... Do you feel like there's any inherent advantage to either side aside from the gate? Like, do you feel like the area is better top than bottom?
You're
asking the wrong guy.
I'm curious. You have a strong opinion about Roche pits. That's the one thing I will ask you about, because you're very invested in Roche pits.
Yeah.
So... But you don't really have an opinion about the area. For the team that is taking Roche, is it easier to take it top or take it bottom? If you get attacked.
Well, it depends on what side you're on. Because you can always TP to the outpost if you're radiant for bottom.
Obviously, that's what I'm saying. So if the Dire has an easier time defending their Roche, then they have double advantage, right?
Hold that horse, Cinderin. Oh, actually force out the Primal Split very early. I don't know if they're going to get any value out of this, although they do have vision on Clinks. Lifted temporarily. Q. Oh my goodness, he's gonna live.
Oh,
that feels so bad for EG. Nicely done from Talon, baiting that out.
They thought they had him, but Whisper didn't want to overextend either with his rulings, so backed off there. And this is probably just a tower. Like, now you don't have that key ability to defend with. It is indeed. Matthews scouting out
his prey.
Has fallen.
Have Lasso here. This is a big kill.
Does not have mana for Mystic Flare, by the way.
Does not matter.
Kaz has made his way over as well. Lasso's expended and well worth it. Big kill for EG.
Absolutely.
Talon a little bit late in that rotation.
Yeah, they don't only get the kill, they also get 2 TPs. It's a added benefit for sure. It frees up Whisper in the mid to be more confident to push out this wave, and needs to be careful here. Pounding him.
Yeah. Oh, Whisper does not have his ult, but he does have the save coming out from Panda. Will that be enough? No. Not even remotely close. And in fact, it's going to cost Panda his life as well.
C-Smile. Not going to be able to get this.
Yeah, they just do not have the catch right now. C-Smile still does not have Lasso. Another 50 seconds as there's a focus fire on the Matthew. Skywrath is pretty fast, but can outrun the Wind Ranger. Triple kill for Jab, so showing why Valve should have nerfed this here.
Well, he got the item nerfs, so let's give it a bit of time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not as egregious as you would think, but at the same time, you could maybe argue he got better. Because some of the other heroes that were rivaling him in terms of being a first phase pick got nerfed harder.
Oh yeah, they actually got nerfed in addition to the item nerfs.
Right, so they got the item nerfs and the hero nerfs, and Timber primarily got the item nerfs, so who knows, he might even be even better. But let's give it a bit of time to see.
And this, again, is an off-lane Timber.
Yeah.
Not mid.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so when you look at the net worth, but here we are.
Yep, very true.
You would think
he
that
has,
is off lane.
He has another thing that was not nerfed, which I was surprised with, which is the occult bracelet. I think many people feel that is the objectively best neutral item for tier 1 in the game.
I think it might be the best neutral item in the game in general.
Well, sure. What do you mean?
Just like relative to when you get it.
Oh, well, sure.
It might be the single best item. I think there's a case to be made for that. Like, just the overall value of it, considering you get it for free 7 minutes into the game. 4 all attributes, 10 magic resist, and mana regen. Sign me up. I want this on every hero. I feel like when I get the neutral item options, this is almost always the one I take. Even if you're playing 5, it's just, I mean, sometimes obviously Tumblr's Toy has its heroes, right? But it's rare that I would want to take, let's say, the Arcane Ring, for example, instead of Occult Bracelet, even though both items are mana-centered.
Yeah, Arcane Ring feels like it's been pushed out by both that and the Tumblr's Toy.
Yeah.
Well, tier 2 tower being taken by Talon.
Do they want to defend
Phantasm is popped. They can
see it.
spawn the TP. Matthew just gets brought back in and destroyed.
Well, they defend the tower, but I don't think it was because of him. It just TP'd in and died. Just got scouted by the power shot vision and then instantly rifted down and brought down.
Interesting. We're going to see an Ag. We'll talk about that in just a moment before Whisper dies here. Oh, save comes out.
Good bait. Good
Smile
bait.
gets off the last of the BKB was popped by Jab, so not taking any damage. As the Primal Split is popped.
Under attack.
And Whisper trying to find somebody, but again, the second Primal Split where
I'm gonna click the dispel. I'm clicking it.
Yeah, click it. Very good point. Timber saw he was turned into it. Was the Morphling. Prakaz does finish off the Rubik in the meantime. Q getting gone on now by C-Smile, who picked up a BKB. And you see 23 Savage getting extremely low himself, so 3 dead for Talon. EG somehow winning this fight. And there's the Mystic Flare combo. Panda with a double kill. 4 dead for Talon. And EG only lose their Brew. And again, the Brew split made almost no difference.
Yeah, not that much. It bought time at the very least, and Talon didn't get to fully retreat. Or I should say they chose that fight, right? But just got overwhelmed, especially Pakaz found a really good attack angle there. Killing off the Rubik immediately and then turning around, getting extras. So we're gonna see it here. I looked at the Dispel, by the way. It does 1,000 damage to summons, it says. And I think that's before amplification. And Chaos Knight illusions take, what is it?
We 3 things.
325%? That doesn't sound right. It doesn't deal 3.2k to them, right?
It might. As we're going to see Kaz and company come in and destroy Q.
Damn, that's the whole lead down the drain.
Yeah, just one fight, and EG are back in the game.
And honestly...
And look at this. Morphling already has Ags. 10 gold away. Very
Look at that gold graph again. It looks like a mosquito. See those 3 little eggs?
Yeah, God, why would you think of that?
I don't know. I'm born this way.
Yeah.
We can't all be lucky.
Talon in the Roach pit, so despite losing the fight, they'll be able to claim the first Roach of the game.
Probably putting this straight onto 23, you would imagine.
What do you think of CK?
Oh, Mikoto. All right.
What do you think of Hero CK? I haven't seen a ton of it. I mean, it hasn't been picked that much.
I mean,
for me, it's been underwhelming to watch.
Yeah, I think CK is...
Feels like a big hit or miss.
Yeah.
As we have a Lasso in the mid lane, another death for Q. Safe will have a little bit longer, but Kaz trying to take the tier 1 now.
I don't know what happened, but I guess they just decided they hate Q all of a sudden, and now they're going to hunt him all over the map.
Yeah.
It's working so far. I was going to say... Bit concerning for Talon here. Not only did they lose their lead, but Morphling is starting to get really far ahead, and I don't feel like they have very good solutions for this hero. I don't think any of their lineup truly destroys Morph. Like a very farmed CK that gets to jump you like Bloodthorn and just obliterate you maybe, but aside from that, Morph can turn into the Timber and just kill your CK. You can turn into your Wind Ranger, get Wind Run, and protect himself against your CK as well. And he has Ags, so even that is going to start becoming a problem.
Yep.
So...
Speaking of Ags, I want to talk about Whisper potentially getting his, which is the Primal Companion, 1,000 away. So that will allow you to have one of the spirits out at all times, which I would assume it's going to be the Storm Panda.
You can change it every something. I don't remember how this works, right?
It doesn't matter how it works. Like, yeah, there's balance put in place that you can't just change it at will every single time. But you can choose which one you want. And the Storm Panda is usually depends on if you want to farm. Like if you want to farm, obviously it's gonna be the fire one.
Yeah.
But the Storm Panda this game is just way too much value.
Yeah. You can constantly have that Dispel and the Cyclone the whole game.
I'm trying to remember. I watch a lot of Monkeys Forever, so I should know this since he plays this all the time. I feel like when you use a spell on the Storm Panda and then you Primal Split, I feel like it's refreshed, but I can't remember.
I think it goes that way, but not the other way around. I think when Primal Split ends, your cooldowns aren't refreshed from the ones in the split.
We'll assume that we're correct. We could be horribly wrong. That's another thing for you to pay attention to, Sin.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to notice that. Don't worry.
That Flame Break pushes Makoto away.
But yeah, it's absolutely going to be huge to have that Storm Panda the whole game, right? The thing that's so powerful about it is that you're just going to be walking around in the Windwalk, and then if you ever find a hero on the map, you have this mega long catch that's effectively like when Bane nightmares someone on the map, just that you can't.
Yeah.
You can't like get rid of it with a Lotus Orb or something. They're literally just caught in that Cyclone, and they have to wait until they fall down, and then you could just get lassoed and die. So that's one problem. Gives you the constant Dispel threat against the CK as well as the Wind Ranger.
And the problem with the CK is there's not really a way to itemize against that. Like you can buy BKB for yourself, but your illusions, all you can do is make them tankier, which again we don't do the math here. You need
Scotty Hart.
Is that enough?
Just get the stats in there.
I mean, at that point, maybe a waveform with the auto attack or something just kills them all anyway.
Exactly. It's the problem. Like, Dispel doesn't have to kill them alone. They have other things that deal AoE damage that's going to help. So
Dire's structures
he's got it.
There it comes. Yep.
There
Time to buy boots.
That's true. What the hell? What the hell? What are you doing?
I mean, boots are useless when you're in split. So if you feel like your hero is only going to contribute to the game in split.
No, that's been 20. You didn't have split for half the game.
No.
Whisper, oh boy, they find Makoto. Demonic Purge is on him. And that's the Aegis. Now he's going to get surrounded. What was stolen?
Good luck getting out of this one.
Yeah, he's going to have... Oh, he actually does pop the BKB. I think he could potentially survive. Wind runs away. He's getting a lot of space. Waveforming in is Pakaz. They get the Flame Break out. Nice Shackle, though, but Makoto still dies. Mystic Flare finishes off Ollie, and now EG in control. The BKB just picked up by the CK.
Yeah, Makoto used everything there. Shield Rune, BKB, and 2 Wind Runs, but guess what? Morph is just you, but better. So he chases you at the same speed, and then he kills you off.
You is spotting this out. You see Matthew shaded up by the CK. The disruption saves him as 23 Savage BKBs and runs away. Yeah, they do find the Skywrath eventually. Primal Split continuing to be an annoyance. Earth Panda, they actually lift him up. Lasso's not up. Jabs does have to use the BKB, and maybe that's good enough for EG. There's now Talon. Let's see if they want to reinitiate, knowing that the Primal Split is down. You get the Chaos Bolt off, but 22 Savage is the one taking the most of the damage. He gets Flame Break back and brought down as well. So Talon looking to re-engage. Stakes potentially made now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Makoto, he's Demonic Purged, and he is just slow to a crawl, cannot use his Wind Run, and now the Lasso back online, and Jabs is dead. Double kill for Pakaz. EG in and out, and winning this fight again.
You cannot approach the fights like this as CK. That's just a flat-out blunder from 23. Like, you see the Morph is already in the Timber Saw form, and you start running next to trees. Just got removed from the game in 2 seconds. There was just nothing there. You're going to see it in the replay here. So he's coming in from the left. He gets this opening.
Is under attack.
And there you go.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Timber Chain, Whirling Death. Switch into the Morph form, Adaptive Strike, 3 hits. It's this is part of the problem with the CK pick in this game, in my opinion, is that I don't think they accounted enough for Morphling's potential in what he can do with the rest of CK's team. It's a really big part of this matchup that CK has the safety that he doesn't need to worry about certain things coming his way from that his allies aren't truly in control over. I think without BKB, you can't go in right now. You need BKB or you need the Morph to be completely isolated from the fight, or he's just going to have your number 10 out of 10 times if he turns into Timber. 7k lead now. Starting to look grim for Talon. Their lineup was... felt a bit like it was on a timer as well, right? I don't know what the longevity of a lineup like this is. Like, Klink support after after all his deaths, he has kind of lost a lot of his momentum.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll find the kill here.
Oh,
Lasso was stolen, apparently.
That was a bit of a waste.
Is it running out? No, it's still plenty of
Radiant's
duration.
He'll have another
has
one,
been
but it
killed.
would maybe be nice to have it now.
Radiant's top tower is under
Anyway,
attack.
not the biggest of deals. That Pakaz popping off in this one. It was Whisper in the previous game. This time it's the carry carrying. To the best of his ability, and what an absolute candy shop for the Storm, or for the Morph here.
He smiled, looking for the lasso. He finds it. Who's close to him? No, nobody.
No friends.
Jabs. BKB. I mean,
BKB.
yeah, it's a lasso for BKB. I think you take that if you're EG as well.
That's all right. He's Octarine. He has it ready in 20 seconds. He had Arcane Rune as well.
Oh, wow.
It's so ridiculous. This might actually catch them off guard.
Yeah, Atos, Shackle.
Nice pick.
Skywrath is so squishy.
Paper thin. But yeah, Lasso is ready again now. So they honestly might not expect this if a fight is to break out. They'll be like, how the hell could he Lasso again? But Octarine plus that Arcane.
EG want to steal the Tormentor.
This is going to kill C-Smile if he doesn't get out of there. He will.
This is going to kill Pakaz if he doesn't get it. Oh, never mind. So Whisper gets it on the
Marth is
Brewmaster.
going to die.
Sorry about that.
Marfling
So Brew Shard, what is that again? Oh, right. Increases primal split duration and allows it to be canceled early. Wow.
30-second duration.
Yeah, that was that the old talent? Or is that part of the old Ags, maybe?
The old Axe made it
That was part of
way longer.
The cancellation is insanely value.
How often do you see players use that?
Quite often.
What's the key benefit to canceling it early?
Oh, because you can choose which panda you go into.
Oh, so you mean the exit part, not the early cancellation part.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's connected to that, right? I'm pretty sure.
Double damage.
I'm not a huge primal or a huge brew player, but
Isn't it
I think
connected
that's
to the scepter? Wait, I'm actually unsure.
no.
It's such a complex.
You know what?
Yeah.
We talk shit a lot about these heroes or these skills that are so. Brewmaster's cool, man. I think
He is.
He's always been such a cool hero.
He is 3 heroes in 1.
Dire's middle
He had
tower
4
is
now.
under
Yeah,
attack.
true. See, not even the... He said, when he splits and says, oh, I read this. This was a good comment I read at one point. I was like, why does Brewmaster say 3 of me when he splits and there's 4? He's stupid. And someone was like,
Oh, boy.
drunk.
Oh, the focus is on Morphling, and they do find him.
Yeah.
Talon, great synergy there.
That is a big find. He was completely alone farming
Radiant's
over
top
there.
tower is under attack.
They bring the numbers and they take him down.
Well, he's drunk.
Yeah, so he says 3 of me, even though there's 4, because he can't count because he's drunk.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. It's good
It
lore.
fits the lore. No
Yeah.
need to update voice lines or anything.
Nice save there, Valve.
I like that.
I'm sure they took that into account.
Of course. Well, I'm glad that the Void Panda is actually good now, too. It's got that pull. Before it was just a disarm. You know, it's funny. These Brewlings have these like built-in passives that I didn't even know about. Maybe a little trivia for you. What does the Void Panda do for the passive aspect? What's unique about it?
I don't remember the Void one.
Has ridiculously high magic resistance. Did you know
Oh,
that?
that's true. Yeah. Now, when you say it, I remember reading it, but this is not a hero I've played very much with or against.
EG getting control of this area again.
Smoking up.
And both teams actually smoke up.
Pakaz is
See if
not
we get
alive
the jump.
yet.
Roche
if this fight
is-
breaks out here, this is terrible for EG.
Now Whisper, it gets hexed right off the bat, but he's going to get saved thanks to the disruption again. CK uses the Phantasm, looking for a kill on the backline, but he's going to get lassoed and brought down to the low ground, this weird-ass area, onto a cliff, in fact, and 23 Savage has to BKB TP. Not sure if it's going to be the outpost or not. No, he actually went to the base. So this is now 5v4 for EG, and all the pressure now onto the Morphling, but they just don't have enough damage without the CK. Jax has to pop BKB. Mystic Flare doing a lot of damage in the meantime, as Wind Ranger trying to run away, but Makoto will not get out, and there's the stun coming out from the Brew Panda, and Jax lifted in the air, completely surrounded and bursted. Double kill for Pakaz, 3 kills for EG.
Wow, that truly was terrible for EG indeed. I'm so happy I said that this fight was going to be bad with Pakaz dead. So the thing that's really important about this is that, theoretically speaking, this 5v4 where Pakaz needs 15 seconds to connect is really bad, but EG did a good job with how they presented their heroes. Like, they had the quick disruption on the first initiation from Talon, and the heroes they offered them up weren't juicy targets. So Talon actually got into this really awkward situation. You're going to see it here. So Whisper gets hexed, and they just save him with this disruption. And now Demonic purged the Wind Ranger, so she has to BKB and run away. The Timber is resetting as well, and
This was a god tier lasso.
23
My
again
goodness.
just gets completely isolated from his team. The fight is over now.
Yeah, and he could have. No, we're going to see a fight again. 23 Savage pops his ult, but these things are blown up so fast along with himself. Full minute on the deck now.
If this fight that EG approaches with the Brewmaster in front, imagine Talon somehow have vision there and kill Shadow Demon. That fight is a disaster. But EG are banking on the fact, obviously, first of all, they're smoked coming in, and they sent the Brew in front, and they have this hard save. They communicated this really well and made a really good shot call that they can buy enough time by sending Brew in front and then disrupting him if he gets gone on, that Morph will have time to spawn and TP down there and connect. So honestly, really, really great play call from EG there. I think a lot of teams would have been timid and just waited for Morph to spawn and then go contest. And then it might have been too late. So hats off to EG for a really, really nice shot call there. And the reward could not be greater. They get Aegis Cheese and 3 kills. And they even get the luxury kill later on. Bonus kill on the CK up top. And feels like Pakaz might just go for it here. Just straight down mid. I don't know if they can really kill him twice. Maybe EG will play it a little bit safe here, but...
Why don't you make a call and we'll see the opposite.
Yeah, oh yes, refresher on bat, they're going high.
Okay.
And keep in mind, the Primal Split lasting 30 seconds means they can also use that as a siege device.
That's true. Earth Panda is insane.
It gives a ton of vision, too. It's a really powerful aspect of this hero when you go high ground. Yeah, just read that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I like that.
Yeah, when you go high ground, you use Primal Split, you just send in all your Brewlings, so you have a crap ton of vision, and Talon don't have the best ways of killing them off. They don't have like some sort of Medusa or Luna that's just going to cleave down all of them, or Gyro, the classic counters. So Whisper should feel pretty safe in just running them all in there, even in a clump, and just getting the vision, casting all the spells he wants. Oh my god, he's also got a butter now on Morph.
Yep, these illusions from Shadow Demon and the Mantis to come will be very, very impactful.
Yeah, it's going to be a
fortification used.
Next wave is coming soon, though, and it doesn't look like Talon rather has any way of cutting that. So EG,
oh, ooh, nice hex.
Good pre-hex.
Smile's still going to be fine. They can do this over and over again while Pakaz just takes out these buildings. And even though he could turn that into the Earth Panda to siege, we just talked about how value this Storm Panda is this game, so can't really blame him for keeping it. Yeah, just lift him in the air, be annoying.
This is so annoying for Timber.
Oh, Shackle does hit. Chakram to come as well, but the disruption saves him. Jazz pops the BKB, and we see the lasso onto Q. He's dead right off the bat.
Still have the second lasso with refresher.
Yeah, Pakaz is getting targeted right now, but of course has the Aegis, and now 23 Savage forced to pop his BKB. Slow to a crawl because of the Scotty, as the second lasso comes out, and Jabs will take a tumble. 70 seconds of no Timber. Does have the buyback available, as the full set of racks in the top lane is now complete. Now they can just go into the mid lane. Take advantage of the Earth Panda while you have it. They find Q. He walks right into him. Mystic Flare deletes him. That was a hero a second ago.
It still is a hero.
Okay. Sure.
Radiant's middle tower
might not be playing the rest of the game.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
Oh, it's not what you said.
Excuse me?
This comment was sponsored by AINet.
Ollie is trying to get back into his fountain, but will be right-clicked into oblivion. And EG able to take out the second set of racks now, and they can just go for the megas.
This game is ogre.
It very well is. Lasso initiation with the BKB to ensure that they cannot save the Wind Ranger. Makoto's dead. Last-ditch effort from 23 Savage, but he is looking a lot like a CK right now. 75 seconds on the deck.
Astute observation.
GG is called. And EG will win this 2-0, and I feel like first game they didn't really break a sweat.
Yeah.
Second game, Talon got off to a pretty good start in terms of net worth, but we were looking at the lineup and we're like, I think EG are going to be fine, though.